Hello, viewers. Yes, of course, today is Saturday and it is weekend just with Rachel Langs. Yes, I am not alone in the studio. I am with, he said his name is Smart and I'm very sure he is. All right, as you know, my name is actually Rachel Langs. And yes, we are going to discuss on a very important topic today. Very, very important topic today. Before I will tell you our topic for today, please introduce yourself, sir.
Good evening, viewers. My name is it is Smart, like you rightly said.
Okay.
Smart. Yes,
Yes.
I am.
All right. So we're going to talk about financial backups and investment strategies. Yeah. A lot of us go into businesses, investment. We do things without calculating. Will this one come out right? Or I will end up crying or ending up in cell or something. Yeah, more especially those that actually go into collecting loans for business, for other things like that. We don't actually sit back to weigh it. Will it actually work or it will not work? We don't check the environment, we don't check the nature of this thing we want to invest our capitals into. And then at the end of everything, we end up crying at home. Uh, this business is not for me, oh, no, but other people are actually doing it and getting it right. That's
Yes,
because you did not do your evaluation very well.
that's right.
So it will be very important for you to sit back, relax, and join me in this program. You have to learn today because me, I have made my own great mistake, a very big one that in fact it almost, man, let me just leave it there. That's why I say I have to look for someone to come and sit here. Let's do this together. So I will not let another person to wear the shoe I wore before because it was actually very, very painful that you invest. Example, you invest 500K and then after everything you were expecting to get like 1 mil, and then after everything you just want like 50K or 100K you get after 500 or 600,000 investment. That's very painful.
Very, very painful.
Yeah,
It drains someone down.
of course, you have to take a gallant person to stand after all of these things, and then you do not run to
That's true.
psychiatry, man. You're strong. All right, so Mr. Smart.
Yes.
So now you're going to tell us more about investment.
All right.
Yes, this is where we're starting.
Okay. Before we go in deeply,
Yeah.
I'd like to take a look at the topic. We're talking about financial backups and investment strategies.
Yeah.
Now, looking at that this topic, you will understand that there are two key elements of financial planning.
Yeah.
Now, the first is the financial backup.
Yeah.
These financial backups uh, refers to safety nets
Mm.
that protects a businessman or
Okay.
you or I
Mm.
in terms of financial difficulties.
Mm.
Yes, and a number of it we have the diversification of businesses.
Okay.
Yes, then we will have the credit assets.
Okay.
Yes, so some of these are backups
Mm.
that help us in order to deal with financial issues.
Okay.
We have emergency fund,
Mm.
insurance, diversification of income. So now in emergency fund, we're talking about saving.
Mm.
You need to really put in something maybe monthly or daily in order to meet up with unexpected expenses like medical bills or
Okay.
business losses.
Okay.
Yes. Then the other key element is investment strategy. These are techniques that helps you
Mm.
or techniques that help you to grow your wealth. Now, some of it will have investment strategies.
Yeah.
Yes. So these techniques, when you embark on them, they help you to grow. So talking about investment generally now is allocating capital into assets
Mm.
This could be different assets,
Mm.
the current assets, capital ones. So they in turn gives you return
Mm.
that you get. So now investment are of different types.
Yeah.
The financial investment, the business investment, real estate investment,
Mm.
agricultural
Mm.
investment, and so on and so forth. Like the financial investment, we're talking about carrying your money, taking your money, buying stocks,
Yeah.
bonds, and other mutual funds.
Mm.
So in this, we call it financial investment. Then
Okay.
how about business investment? This is where you go into uh, maybe farming or sorry, fish farming.
Mm.
So you put in your money, you do some provision stores. All these ones are
Mm.
uh,
Mhm.
business. So the next one we talk about real estate, where you go into land properties and so on and so forth. And that is it about a brief about investment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. What about those that have probably white collar jobs?
Ah,
And
it's,
now, white collar jobs, and then yet they still have like small businesses. They still got to work and come back to handle the business. Now, for example, I have a friend just at this junction
okay.
who is a civil servant,
That's
and
right.
yet he comes back to his garage. He's a mechanic. Comes back to his garage. So I was like, I met him one day. So I was like, he was speaking good English. So I was like, are you a graduate? He said yes. He served. Was it in Kano already? I was like, okay. So it's like, oh, so this is your office? I was like, no, this is not my office. And he's a civil servant. So I was like, okay, that's nice. So you go to work and then you come back here. He said yes. He have boys that he have trained. So they're always here whenever he's not around. So whenever he have little time, he comes back here. So could that be called an investment? Or
Yeah, that's why we're talking about diversifying your income.
oh, okay, yeah,
So
we
that when you diversify it, it will help you to avoid stress and financial anxiety.
crisis.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you have multiple of income
Mm,
coming, you will have stability. You will be able to control whatever that has to do with financial challenges.
mm,
So it is advisable that aside government work, aside your lucrative jobs, you should have other streams of income that will serve as financial backups. And when that happens, you are at liberty to decide what to do and what not to do. Yes. So he rightly do it well. He's getting
okay.
it well. You
Okay.
see him, he's stress free. Yes, when you look at the person, you see that he's stress free. Now
Yeah.
take a look of these people who invest into different kind of businesses,
Mm,
and you see that the things are going well.
mhm.
They hardly talk too much. There's a way they reason. When you look at them, there's a way there's this they attain some level of balance when it comes to finance.
Achievement, yeah.
Yes. So you don't see them quarrel at home anyhow. Even their
Because of
children.
Maggie.
Yes. Because everything at the snap of their finger, they get it and
Yeah.
buy it. You
Okay.
understand? So
Yeah.
it is encouraging, advisable to anyone. So if you remain in one single
Mm,
source of income, definitely you will have problems.
mm.
Crisis, your business, even at home and other places. So it's advisable that you go into multiple sources of income.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you've answered this question, Lord. I don't know, it might sound somehow, but I still want to ask you. Can investment function as a financial backup? Okay, now why I ask this question is you may actually invest wrongly without you knowing. And then after everything, the money you invested goes disappeared. Let me put it that way. And
Yes.
then now you need money, and then there is no money, and I feel that's no more a backup again. I don't know, or if there is any way you can put it better,
The
because this you
problem
feel.
is now when like just the other time you said you invested and you crash landed.
Man,
Now,
into pieces.
one advice I will give is that you don't invest the whole money in a particular business.
Mm,
Now, when you invest, let's say you have 100,000 naira,
mm,
you invest that 100,000 naira in just granite frying granite.
mm.
Now, there will be a lot of uh, issues
Okay.
coming. Now, that risk, once it hits it,
Mm,
70 to 80% of
mm,
that business,
mm.
you are crashing down. Like let me like this in 2016,
Yeah.
someone invested 2 million naira in rice farming.
Okay.
The whole 2 million that he has
Mm.
invested it into that business. Now drought setting,
Mm.
everything
Um,
went down. And at the end of the day, I think he invested 3 5 bucks.
oh.
Did you get that? Why is this? Because he has invested all the money into it and he has forgotten that there are factors that he needs to have taken into cognizance
Okay.
before doing that.
That.
Yes, he would have
So,
pushed some of the money
to something
to
else.
something else, push others to something else,
Okay.
and you know that this person I'm talking to you about has no knowledge of rice farming.
Mm.
He is a mechanic. Just simply because he sees people getting plenty from farming. So he decided to go to the nearby village
And get
and
a land and then
just
go
pay
into farming
in and
too. That's the problem. Actually, some people just go into things that is working for Mr. A, so I'm very sure definitely it worked for me. And then you just go
And that is not that. You get.
and
So investment, yes, could serve as a backup. Yes. Uh, we have seen cases where investment generate returns,
yeah.
provides financial security,
Mm.
and also serve as safety net. But there are conditions attached to it.
Yeah.
Yes, there are conditions.
So I think this your condition is going to come under this question now. What other things one have to look out to before investing, right?
Yeah.
So I think this condition now is going to come under this.
Yes, that it will come under it. So you see, now some of these conditions is what are your investment goals?
Okay.
Look at the risk level.
So when you talk about what are your investment goals, what do you mean by that?
Now, investment goal, make a definition of the purpose for which
Why
this
you're doing
business.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, this business I'm going into,
Mm.
is it a short-term
Business.
business or a
A long-term.
long-term business?
Okay.
Some will have 500,000
Mm.
and decide to go into a long-term
Business.
business. Now, this person I'm talking about that went into rice farming
Yeah.
went and rented large land, like 15 to 16 hectares.
Of land.
So when he started, the money got finished.
Oh.
So he could not look at the investment good. He could not make his calculation good.
Very well.
Yes, he didn't do it. He just went into it, and at the end of the day, he was running helter skelter to see how he can get help. But at the end of the day,
Mm.
he crashed landed. Did you get that?
That's right.
Now, how about risk level and liquidity? Now, in risk level, he has not actually calculated the risk involved. Now, look at, okay, if you want to invest into stock
Yeah.
or cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin,
Mm.
there are levels of risk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when the market fluctuates,
Mm-hmm.
so people don't know when to buy stock, hold the
Mm-hmm.
stock, and sell. They don't know. So they just go in, buy, and keep it. And the time to sell is come, but they wouldn't want to do it. They really want it
To
to
grow
to
and
grow,
grow and grow.
grow,
And then it
grow.
will grow and fall.
Yes, people collected a lot of loans going to business. So when you're going to the business, and at the end of the day, you discover that that is not that. Now, this someone collected 5 million,
Mm.
invested, bought grains, stock. Now, the person who she gave this is in Kaswanbera here.
Mm.
The guy is from Eduguri, as
Mm.
I have. Because I also did the same thing,
Mm.
for a portion of storage like that.
Yeah.
So, and many people, because she did it a year ago, then
Mm.
this time around, many heard that she got a lot of return. So they invested, gave her money. So the money now amounted to 5 million capital investment.
Wow.
So when, as I did, the man now called her and said, auntie, this is this. So can I sell part of this and go to this village and get more of this and that? She now said, yes. He was only asking for approval to offload those crates. They were packing them, trailers packing.
Mm.
So, so that by the time people will see, will not say, Mama, are you selling? No, yeah, I'm aware of the business. Yeah, he's selling to do this and that. With her approval. This guy got the money, sold everything, and disappeared. This is one big risk. Because the store is not hers. She rented it. So the person she gave the business ran away with the money, sold everything and ran away. So these are some of those things people don't take into cognizance, they don't consider it, they just go in. Do you have the knowledge of the business? No. Okay, if you don't, look for the business, you can go in. Which one do you do? What is your capacity? Now, let me bring an example of the UN program that during Goodluck Jonathan, it was a very nice program.
Yeah.
Where youths were given 4 million, 3 million, 10 million.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they couldn't manage it, they couldn't sustain it, simply because some of them do not have the knowledge for it. Many of them ran to just get business plan and it was approved. So when they got the money, some of them at the end of the day, the money that was meant for the business, some of them started buying land, buying expensive phones, buying, you get
Village.
yes. So that business, many of them crash landed. Many of them they are not on record now because. So, but I was of the opinion that if government will sustain that program, they should have. If okay, now I write a business plan about rice farming. Federal government should not give me the money at a go.
Okay.
Can be given to me
Bit by bit.
So, but then there should be someone from Ministry of Agri or Federal Ministry of Agri because if it is in IT or in any other business, we have ministries that where we can now attach this person to this person. If we have 10 winners in Taraba, yes, we have 10 winners in Taraba. In all the ministries, depending on where they want to do the business, we should attach that person from ministry should be the manager. Whatever approval, whatever will be subject to him and from the head, there will be monitoring. This business will linger for 5 years, 10 years while they are managing. Then from there they can release it. But say you just give the money 4 million later, you give it, the guy will just take it and use it the way he wants.
This is me. If you give me the money, life don't change.
Alright, that is it. I don't know if I've spoken so much here, but there are other factors.
Please, we need to know. So we don't like me right
okay,
now.
like these are some businesses like fraud and scam.
Yeah.
Like there are the spirit of get rich quick.
Yeah.
Ponzi scheme, fast money. Some people will just you need to research the legitimacy of that business. How can I just come and say
But
I'm giving you, give me 40,000,
you will
tomorrow
get
you get
80K.
80? That should be
No, you know,
not for
I've
your
actually
greediness.
fallen. No,
No,
I
but
wasn't greedy.
then
I wasn't.
what happened
I
then?
was a student.
Okay.
Yeah, looking for looking for school fees. Yeah, so actually my friend's account was hacked.
Okay.
So he now sent me a message pretending to be my friend.
Oh.
Hey Rachel, there's this program where you just give them 10,000 naira and get 20 instantly. So I was like, okay. I was looking for almost over 100K for my school fees, and then I have nothing but like 50K in my account. But I don't know what happened. I was actually wise enough. So I was like, okay, so what are the rates from how much to how much? And I said, you can start with 5,000 naira or more. So I was like, okay, let me start with 5K. And it was in the night. So I was like, let me start with 5K. So my mind was like, don't do that. Call this person on phone and confirm from him first. So when I called, he didn't pick. I called again, he didn't pick. So I was like, and I was sending him a message. I was like, hi, why were you not picking my call? I was like, sorry, oh," because he got married recently as of then. He was like, sorry, my wife is sleeping and I don't want to wake her over. So I was like, okay, kind of understanding girl. He's married, he's an angle, so let me not just disturb them that night.
Just push the money.
And I'll push 5K.
That's right.
They now said, so sorry, oh. They just said that the slot for 5K has closed down. You have to make it 15,000. I was like, 15,000? I was like, so what about 10,000 naira? They said, why don't you just make it 50,000 so that you get it more bigger than this 10,000 naira? Or I was like, no, let's make it 10,000 first. I sent 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. I was waiting for this guy. I was waiting to see a lad. I don't know how they usually do it. He now screenshot something and they sent to me. He now said, sorry, oh, dear customer, oh, this slot has been occupied. I mean, how did they even put the English? That means people have paid already and that slot has gone out. So you have to move to another level.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. So it means I have to do 15. He said yes. And now added 5K, that makes it 15K. I was like, okay. So what about now? Now said, all right, the machine is working. It was typing that they are approving my word. I should wait for my code. I was like, okay. I was sitting there waiting for my code now for my investor. I've been like, how did they call it? So I was just waiting. And now he now said, Rachel, I'm so sorry. They just confirmed to him that 15K reward. Can I make it to 30? So he was from there, and I said, no.
This must be.
I said, no. I called the line again. He did not pick. I said, okay, all right. I didn't say anything. So he now continued sending me message on Facebook. I didn't respond. I didn't say anything. I slept off, waiting for tomorrow to reach. And then early in the morning, this friend of mine called. How far, Rachel? You called me severally. I see if you want to vanish my phone. Oh, I was like, yes. How far? This thing you sent me on Facebook. He was like, it's not me, oh, because a lot of people have called him for the same thing. Like,
That means the account was hacked.
yes. I was like, do you mean that my money is gone? He was like, how much? I said 15K. He said 15K. He was like, I should thank God. Other people was even 100, 150, 1 So I was like, are you serious? He said yes. I was like, but my own is school fees now. This person now, oh God, this person now, it was because usually I chat this friend of mine on Facebook. So he was like, send me your WhatsApp this thing now. So I now send him my WhatsApp number. He now chat me. That was before the following morning on WhatsApp.
Yes.
So he was like, how far? He didn't hear from me again. I was like, he didn't hear from me again. He even told me that he's a pastor. I said, you call yourself a pastor. You said you have children.
That's
That
terrible.
is my school fees. And I told you earlier on, and you said nothing will happen. I should just send you money. Oh, you say yes. This is not a scam. But the only thing is that slot is out. Put another money. He swear that I will get back my money instantly. I said, sir, I am not doing it. Do you know it took this man 1 week he was still sending me message. Why he didn't know that I've gotten to know the truth about all of these things. And I said, "Sister, that 50,000 naira you eating, I've given you, I've dashed you." So I just have to zero my mind, become a big girl, and then go. But actually, I really needed the money, and then I was looking for money to complete my school fees, and then I'm giving out 50K, 15K because they said, "No, no, 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 sharp, 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 you give money." But man, that's not a good thing for someone to just rush into.
Honestly,
It's not because
it's
man,
not
it will, you will fall and die one day.
honestly, it's a fact. Many have gone to psychiatry. Many
Yeah,
have lost their life, committed suicide because of
because
all
of
these
that.
things. Collected a lot of loans, so and they can't pay back. Yes, they can't pay back. So they ended their lives.
Hmm.
So we're advising the public to be very, very,
To avoid things like that
yes,
because I know
definitely.
of my neighbor who her husband is a retired police officer. Then he's what's it called? Is it pension or what
And
came
it's on
out?
okay, it's pension gratuity came
Oh
spending
yeah, then this woman went and collect the money. The husband was not actually feeling fine. She collected the money and then this give this one the money will be doubled. She packed the whole money and gave him. That's how the husband now sent her out of the house and now she's running mad on the street. So actually that can actually
stories
happen.
back
It is. Up to today, she's running mad on the
in
street,
the street.
and the husband has refused to take her back home because of money. You want to double it. You think you're doing actually a good thing that you will come back. The husband will stand up and give you cold water, hot, and then it
It
turned out
doesn't
to be bad news.
that's it. So now in that you also look at the liquidity you're talking about. You know,
Yeah.
there are some businesses that are you easily convert them to cash.
Mm.
Yes, when you invest uh, uh, stocks, when you buy them,
Mm.
you easily convert them. But issues like land
Mm.
takes longer period to be converted to cash. So you look at the businesses that were like restaurant business.
Mm.
Now people don't look at the market condition, don't look at the trends, economic trends.
Mm.
Now I want to do business. I don't look at the environment here. I don't look at what do people need here.
Mm.
So I would just go and buy things and just go and drop it.
Mm.
No, they don't do it
Business.
that way. So that's why you see them, they stay, one customer will come, then after 4 hours, one will come. After like 8 hours. At the end of
The
the
night
day,
has come.
yes. So you really need to sit down and think,
Actually.
what kind of business do I do here? What will move?
Mm.
You don't just buy a granite and come and keep here. No. Okay, in the banking sector,
Mm.
around this banking street, what do you think when you bring in, these people will appreciate it?
Yeah.
You can move from, your target market, you just move there. But you don't just go and sit, you buy suits and come to Casandera and just keep the suit there. Who will buy it for you?
Yeah.
When you go this banking institution,
Mm.
you hover from one bank to
To
another
another.
position where.
They'll
So
come
that's
and
where
see
you
you.
get your returns.
Mm.
So some of these things one need to look at them very carefully before
Before
you.
invest.
Yes.
All right, dear viewers, we'll come back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee (FSRCC), in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC), wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators (IFOs), which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Alright, if you're just joining us, this is Weekend Gist with Rachael on Haske TV. Yes, and we are discussing about a very, very, very important topic with my guest here. Yeah, smart. He's actually smart. Yeah, so we're actually discussing about financial backups and investment strategies. Yes. There's a lot have actually happened when it comes to our money. We want quick money. We want to double our money. When you get 10K, you want to get 30K, I mean like 20K, 25K. Not knowing that actually that's a trap that will actually lead you to depression and other people suicide and then mental health whatsoever. So I have someone that is doing justice to all of these things. You need to sit back and learn. You need to sit back and hear very well for your next move so that you don't make mistakes that a lot of people have made. Even I myself have made great mistakes. So that's why I have to bring him here. Alright, so how can financial literacy help drive Nigerians' economic growth?
Okay. Financial literacy
Yeah.
have actually played a crucial role in empowering individuals like you and I,
Okay.
businesses,
Yeah.
and the government as a whole
Mm.
in order to make informed financial decisions.
Yeah.
Now, with this literacy,
Mm.
it was able to increase entrepreneurship
Mm.
and business growth. Now, because you and I and others outside have got financial information
Mm.
on how to budget,
Yeah.
to manage, so we will try to what? Invest in other businesses
Mm.
like the small scales, large scales industry.
Yeah.
And when we do that, because of the knowledge we have,
Mm.
we will see that we have a lot of small scale industries or businesses where we will create job opportunities
Mm.
and thereby making businesses to grow, especially in Jalingo.
Yeah.
You see people setting up a small scale minimum. And why? Because they have got some level of financial education.
Okay.
Yes. And there's higher saving investment.
Mm.
Now, when you have knowledge about financial discipline
Mm.
and that you heard that savings is important, is good. So what you do is you see people in the bank saving,
Mm.
in their local community meeting, they do saving, in their adashi, they do savings. So these savings accumulate and provides money on ground for other investment opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, with this, financial literacy, it also reduce poverty and
Mhm.
unemployment.
Mhm.
Yes, now because people now can manage money now. So they go into businesses, poverty will go out.
Yeah.
Unemployment, you pick them out of street
Yeah.
and they are now doing one work or the other,
Mhm.
even if it is not government job, but they are engaged. So
Mm.
you hardly see them go wayward or go anyhow. Now, another thing it does,
Mm.
financial literacy, it improve easy access
Mm.
to credit and financial services. Now,
Mhm.
because people now are well educated, they go and have access. Because many of them struggle with managing credit.
Mm.
They struggle with interest. So now they find it difficult to have access to finance. Now, because of knowledge of
Mm.
finance, literacy of finance, now they are able to understand that there's a need to open account.
Okay.
And in the account, there are different types of accounts, savings, fixed deposits, current account, and so on. And this type of business for this account. And so they have insurance knowledge, they have management risk knowledge. So they tend now to have access to where they can have loans at a very affordable interest rate. There are people who have access because of lack of knowledge of that. They go to collect loans where we have interest of 30% or 40%.
Oh.
And some of them have collected from some of these financial institutions
Mm.
around town where we see people running away. They are running away, right? Because the interest itself have accumulated more than the original amount they collected.
Wow.
So, because it's not proper knowledge, so I don't need so much to like bring down the businesses, you know. So one has to be very, very
Careful.
careful, and because of this, it has reduced fraud and scam.
Mhm.
Now I have a knowledge that you were talking about. How can someone say, "Give me 40" and you get
80.
80 the next day? So now because
No,
people now,
next day is fine. The next 5 minutes or 1 minute, there and then.
so,
Mhm. I've learned my lessons. Yeah.
so it reduced now that you know now.
Yeah.
No one can come and scam you.
No. Excuse you. Is it jazz?
Yeah. Ah, so you see, it brings about strong banking.
Yeah.
It brings strong banking culture. Yes. So it has done a long way. So because of that, it
Mm.
has also increased government revenue.
Okay.
Yes. It has increased government revenue and economic growth. Now, because people have learned cultural aspect of finance,
Mm.
they are able to do business, and from doing this business, they are able to pay their tax. So if they pay their taxes, the government will get this tax, and it will improve. Now, what is happening in Taraba State?
Mm.
I was told that the revenue now has increased. Why? Because the person there has devised means, has made it okay for government costs to increase,
Okay.
and it is a plus.
Okay.
Yes. So now, government, the individuals,
Mm.
the businessmen, and the government themselves
Mm.
have financial decision to make. So when this money increases, policymakers will know how to do their proper planning.
Okay.
Yes. So now the economy begins to grow.
Mm.
So there are a lot of money to go into other sectors like manufacturing.
Mm.
Yes. So why? Because of there's a literacy
Yeah.
in this. So that's some of
Mm.
this literacy.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Mm.
All right. So can budgeting liberate someone from financial crisis?
Budgeting can liberate someone. Yes, it can liberate. Now, with budgeting, you can track your income
Okay.
and expenses. Yes. Because when you track your income,
Mm-hmm.
you track your expenses in the sense that, okay, like we just encourage that you should invest in, you should put your capital in different assets.
Yeah.
You should invest in this.
Different. Yeah.
So now you list your sources of income, like, okay, salary,
Mm.
business from poultry, business from provision,
Yeah.
all those interests, all those income,
Mm.
you note them down. Now, how about your expenses?
Mm.
You note them down.
Mm.
Now, in terms of your budgeting your expenses, you can follow the 30, I mean 50, 30, 20 rule,
Okay.
where you say the 50% goes to your needs.
Okay.
Yes, the food, the rent, shelter,
The clothing.
yes. Then the 30% goes for want,
Okay.
shopping, entertainment,
Dreams.
and while the 20% goes for
Maybe
savings,
Okay.
savings,
Yeah.
savings, and investment.
Okay.
Yes. So now 100% of your salary have been taken care of.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking about. When your income is less than your expenses,
Mm.
you're going to have deficit budget. But where the income is more than the expenses, you have surplus. And at that moment, you have some liberty.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. You should track your income and your expenses. People, you don't go because salary just come in. You don't have a proper budget.
Mm.
The money coming from your farm business, you don't have a budget for it.
Mm-mm.
You just spend. They say
You
this
want
is
to
this.
eat
You
full
just
chicken?
no.
I got paid today now. Let me eat full chicken. Make I wipe away the sweat first.
Yes. I was
With
talking.
you.
I was talking to someone yesterday. He was telling me that he when he says he spent 30,000 naira a day, he spent this and that. I was like, he was with NGO. So I was like, he's like an elderly person. So I was like, I was careful to advise him. So I'm not here to ridicule.
No.
Then it was like the way he was doing things, I was not just okay. I was trying to help him. So I started talking to him about how he can track his income, how he can make budget. He was like, no, this thing is not going in. It's not going in. I just want to smoke. Let me smoke and drink. Then when you talk to me, it will go. I was like, that's good. He was not ready for my talk. You get that? So you don't just do, you don't have budget, you don't have, no. It's actually wrong. Now, with budgeting, it could also help you to prioritize your essential needs. It will help you to build funding, savings. When you have a budget, like we just make it, say 50, 30, it inculcate financial discipline. You don't just because you're working now, somebody will bring in shoes like this. How much is it? 100,000. Oh, 50,000. You just pay. Someone comes with clothes again. Everything is saying buy me and you are buying.
You need to look good. Without thinking of tomorrow. And then tomorrow you start knocking at people's
School
door
fees
looking for
your children.
No, that is even big. You're looking for madam, I help me with Maggi, help me with salt.
You see? So the budgeting will also encourage you to take smart financial decisions.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you will be upstairs financially disciplined.
Yeah.
What market investment should I do? What should I do this? When should I do? How you understand? But a lot of us will pay everything, buy everything.
Eat everything.
And just go to the market now and see ladies. I'm not women, anything they just buy anything. Even if you're going to the market, you need to have a budget, what you want to buy. Tomatoes for this amount, this and this. And somebody as I'm talking, somebody will say, you're a stingy person. No, I'm not. I am just disciplined. Now, when you do that, it will give you a picture of where you're heading.
No, actually, you're saying the truth because I've found myself going to the market with the amount of money, expecting to get the things I have in my head. So when I get to the market, it happens that I bought the things my eyes. So so when I came back home, the things I wanted, I needed.
You end up
Yeah.
not buying them.
So that's I took correction from there. Anytime I'm going to the market, I make sure I write them down. And if I'm going to say, okay, maybe one pack of my maybe 3-5, then I'll put plus maybe
Yes.
100 naira. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
going to be
Yes.
1-6 or 3-6 or 3-5 or
So there's
3-7.
high level of
Yes.
inflation. It fluctuates.
So that's how I do now, like this. Because I know if you go market, go carry sweet, come back house where I don't get my gift for soup.
You come back, you feel dissonant. When you buy something, at the end of the day, that's dissonant. You just feel like, why did I even buy it? Why
Yeah.
did I buy it? Now, listeners, at the market, things are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Yes. Today, this phone might be 150. When you get back the next day, they say 160. So exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
If it is the pack is 350, you add up plus 100.
Yeah.
You understand? You put the budget, you put the extra,
Yeah.
so that when you go there, you get it at 350. You buy. When you get it at 400, already you've made a budget. You've projected it.
Yeah.
It will give you. It will stress you out from burden. Please, we civil servants, businessmen, we should have a budget, a proper budget. If we are not cultured in that, we should start doing it. We should do it. Like, okay, when they say a graduate man who happens to get job. Now, in my own thinking, you should in 5 years you should be able to, one, have a wife, two, have a house, that
Okay.
have business, you have car.
Children. Oh, that
Children
one.
from God.
Oh, okay.
So in these 5 years,
Yeah.
my projection is to get this.
Okay.
So you really need to, not just that because you got job, you start going into the call your friends, you buy this, you drink this. You are closing the bar.
Yeah, we need
I
to
just want,
celebrate.
yes, we need to celebrate and continue to celebrate. And when the spirit is injected into us, we at the end of the day work for 30 years
Yeah.
and see that we have not achieved anything. We start looking back, we see the younger ones who just got job now, we are beginning to fight them. While we just have 5 years to live. And that's why you see hypertension start coming in, pressure, heart failure, this and that. Yes, because there was no proper planning, no proper budgeting. So let's have this budget culture in us.
Yeah.
So we live by our means.
Not outside.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So what is the importance of stock market analysis?
Wow. Stock market analysis is very important. Why? Because it helps investors,
Okay.
businessmen, firm company, even the government be able to make good financial decision.
Okay.
Yes, in order to minimize risks and maximize returns. So it's important that investors need to make a very good research, make good calculation, make good projection about the stock market. If you don't do that, you wouldn't know when to buy a stock at a particular time.
Yeah.
Or a
And
share.
when not to.
When not to buy, and when to sell, and when not to sell. You get?
Yeah.
So many investors do not have that knowledge. Some people just buy, because others are
And sell
buying.
anytime
Just buy
when
and
they
sell
need
anytime.
money.
So when they want to sell, they sell it at discount. You bought it like 100,000, and you just want to, you are not selling it at 50. Why? Because you really want to do something with it. Now that it helps investors make informed decisions. That's one.
Okay.
Two, it minimize investment risks.
Okay.
So when you make appraisal, evaluation, you study the stock market, it will help you to minimize risks, like what we just said, and it will also help you to maximize returns on investment. Yes, it will help you because you have a clearer picture. You've you've made your research, you've made your findings. So it will give you all this. Now it also guides the government and policymakers. Yes. Now it will help the government in order to make economic reform, take decision on interest rates, monetary policies.
Okay.
Yes. So the stock exchange market gives them a clear picture. Now the policymakers will have to go into a proper financial plan in order to curtail reckless borrowing and spending.
Anyhow.
Yes. So that is a very good of this area. So it will give them a guide. It will give them at a point stability in inflation and economic growth. So these are some of those things that they are very important when it comes to stock market. Yes, and that is that because stock market has a list of stock that need to be listed for it to be sold. Yes, like we have the Nigerian Stock Exchange market. So there are authorities that look into those stocks. Stock. Thank you.
All right. Cool. Oh, man. Will your 50 naira go out without?
Mhm. Like my sisters will say, are you sure you won't count my money and give it to you? I say, God forbid, that's not what I'm thinking about. I don't do that. I won't do
No,
that.
wait. Before your 50 naira will come out, you have to know where is this money going to and what am I going to get in return? Like,
Yeah, it says my motto in school, cover wise and market conscious.
wow.
That's our motto. Be cover wise and market conscious.
All right. So what are the key areas of personal financial planning?
Key areas of
Yes, I think we have almost covered my end, and then yeah.
Okay, now these key areas of personal financial, it revolves around income management,
Okay.
budgeting, and expenses management.
Okay.
Yes, investment. Yes, insurance. These areas. So you will have to revolve it. Your income, how do you manage it? It's a personal.
Yeah.
How do you manage it? How do you manage your expenses? How do you go about it? How are you into investment? You are not. It's personal. If you like it, do it. If you don't like it, do it.
And then you cry later.
Yeah. So that's why it's good that you prepare like this retirement planning
Yeah.
where you set up a pension account where a fraction of your salary will be deducted and be kept to accumulate it. So you will need them at the later year. Yes, when you are old, this will
Fall
fund.
back to it.
Yes, for some, like those who are in the private, that's why it is advisable that you get any of these and start saving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So lastly, how do I myself plan my finances?
How to plan your finances, just
I myself. So that I will not go and invest into fish farm. Then I'll come and be crying later.
I will say that you make proper budget
Okay.
on a salary, make proper budget.
Okay.
So you know your income, your expenses, you know how to handle them. So if you don't, it affects you later. But then you can also continue to monitor and adjust your budget from time to time. Yes, but there's one thing I would like to say. For instance, if you want to handle your investment in finance or you want to start a business, please don't go collect loan and start a business. Yes, it's one fundamental error. Many have. Yes, what you do is personal saving.
Yeah.
From a salary, saving. For instance, you want to go into a business of, say, 100 naira. Save when it gets to like 70 or 60, you start the business. And as the business is flourishing and you need to expand, then you now borrow 40 naira and add up and you complete.
Wow.
But when you go and collect 100 naira and start fresh,
that's your capital.
it will, if you're not careful, it will crash. Look at the interest. What if you collect it at 20% or 10%? You're going to, so people do this thing. Maybe some of these days we'll find time to talk about.
I think we have to do this again
Yes.
because this is
a very serious issue.
we need to do this again. All right, dear viewers, we have come to the end of today's program. Weekend with Rachael Lance. Should I guys just join us? Probably in the midst of the program, we're actually talking about financial backups and strategies. Yes, and he actually did well, and he did justice to all of this. But when time is actually, I guess, us, doing, we'll come back for this.
Come back.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll still find time and come back because this is actually helping someone out there, and more especially I myself here sitting down with you because there are some things you said that I don't actually know. I was just living, so now at least I have learned, so I'm going to put it in practice. And so I'm very sure a lot of people out there will learn through this program and then they'll put in practice too to save them of financial crisis in the future. Yes. All right. So I remain your favorite girl, Rachael Lance. And this is Smart. Please call the other one.
Brave man.
All right.
Brave
That's
manager.
what it means.
Yes.
All right. Do not to join us next week, the same time, the same station, Haske TV. And I remain your favorite host, Rachael Lance. Stay blessed this evening.
In the way of what's coming for us, they're dead men, and so are we. Tell them they can stay in the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
He has a little talent, doesn't he?
It's absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Good man, but clearly not good enough. Fuck, bro! How'd you piss this out of, huh?
You're looking at me. How was any of this my fault? Wasn't your super secret CIA data mining software supposed to, I don't know, maybe filter out unfucking stoppable killing machines?
Don't you fuck with me, young man. Any other life, you'll be in jail. You'll be in any
Hey, this
other
is the
life.
fucking beekeeper.